Hello guys, at the end of this video you will have an application like this where you can cipher text like this ABC cipher. This is a cipher created by my own. This is not very technological, let's say. Okay, but also I'm using the Kaiser cipher. I did the Kaiser cipher for this. Let's run it again and let's say hello world, aha, and cipher it. We now have this cipher. Okay, and clear and decipher and clear from here and cipher again. So let's start. Step 1, creating the project. I'm using Visual Studio, Microsoft Visual Studio Community 2015. It's free, you can download it from Microsoft website. Create the project, Windows Forms project. You go here to File, New, and Project. Next, in the templates, Visual C#, Windows, and Classic Desktop. Select Windows Forms application, and next I will choose where I want to put the projects. Here I will call it text cipher decipher, like this, and then hit OK. Wait a while, waiting, and ta-da! This is it. You have here this tab, Solution Explorer, and let's pin it. So Visual Studio created this solution with this project. Let's go to the next step. Step 2, creating the user interface. So we just created the project. Now I want to insert here something that the user can actually interact with. So going here to this tab where it says toolbox, click and pin. First I want to have a text box like this. Let's increase the size of the application, and again text box, click, drag and drop where you want it. Again I need another text box, one for clear text and the second one for the ciphered text. So this is this is not allowing to have more lines, so I'm going with the right click and properties. I want to change this to have multiple lines, so in this property multiline is false. I want it to true, so if it's true, I can increase the size of the text box. Let's increase like this. And the second one, I have to do the same. Right click, properties, and in the property inside the behavior, multiline, and select true. Okay, now I can increase the size of the text box. Let's increase this one too, a little, like this, and save. Next, a label. Label is a text label. I want a label here and another label here. I want to set the text of each label to identify the text box. So I go again, select the element label and right click, properties, and in the property that says text, I will write unciphered text, and the text change. As you can see, the second label I will do the same. Right click, properties, and in the text property I will say ciphered text, like this. Okay, now I need buttons. One button to here, another button here. I put another here to clear the text box if I want to, and another here to clear the second text box. So yeah, so let's give names, text for each button. So again, select the button, right click, properties, and in the text property you give a text, in this case cipher. So this button will represent the action of getting the text inside from this text box and cipher it and insert the ciphered text to the second one. And this button will be the decipher. So when I click on this button, I want the text box, the ciphered text, to be deciphered. So it will grab the text from this text box and will insert the unciphered or the normal text inside this second one. Next, this button, I want to call it clear clear text box. The text, okay. The second button, I will call it the same, clear text box. I have to increase the button because the text doesn't fit. Okay, and save. For now I don't need the toolbox bar. I unpin it. If I want to go back, I have to click here and choose what I want. But now we did. So let's see if I click here in the start button what will happen. I click here and wait a second or two, and okay, we have these two. Nothing happens when I click because I doesn't gave any action to them, but the text box I can write here and right here too. Okay, also I can increase the size of these and do this. I don't want it, so let's change this. So click in the form, and I have already the properties opened, so let's see, maximize, where is it? I'm trying to find here the maximize box. Yeah, it's here. Maximize box. It's set to true. This property refers to this button. I will set it to false, and let's see what's happened now. You see, now I can't increase the size, maximize the window, but I'm still able to do this. There is another property here, another property, it's called form border style. Where is it? Form border style, and it says sizable. I don't want it, so I will set it to fixed single, for example. It's suitable for our needs. Run it again, and now I can't increase the size of this window. I want to give it a name too, so name, this name is another name. I will explain it after I find the text. Where is it? Name, text. Let's call it MyCipher / decipher application, like this. So you now have a title here. Okay, so I said before that this name is another name. It's not it doesn't refer to this title. How can I explain this? If you go here to Solution Explorer, you will see a bunch of files here. You now are seeing this form1.cs, and when I was dragging and dropping to the window these elements, some magic happened, and what magic was that? You have here this form1.designer.cs. It will contain, actually these is a representation of code. Okay, so when you drag and drop objects from here to the window, Visual Studio are creating code. You shouldn't change this code manually, because Visual Studio are always writing in this file, and your changes could be lost. But as you can see here, you have a text box 1 and a text box 2, where with location and multiline true and the name, label button 1, button 2, 3, 4, with the text. Okay, the name is the name of the element in the code. So if I want to reach this element coding, I have to call it button 3, for example. If you go here to the form1.cs and right click and view code, Visual Studio opens another file that is hidden. You can't see it. This is this guy, this form1, and for example, just to show, button, yeah, you see, Visual Studio are showing me the names of each button, so I can call it and do things with it. Okay, so to build the UI, I think we are done. So let's go to the next step. Assigning actions to the buttons. This is the third step. So what we have now, we created a solution with this project that is called Cipher. Decipher is Windows form. In the template you can create it through the templates Visual C#, Windows and Classic Desktop, Windows Forms application. I built this window through this toolbox here. I selected the labels and the buttons and the text box from here. I can type here and it will select the elements that I want to put, or that I can put inside this window. And I set properties for each element. I right click it on the element and I went to the properties, and here are a bunch of properties that I can change and do what I want, configure the buttons. Okay, next I want to actually do things, right? So again, let's clear this text and this text first. So I click here in the clear text box button and I go to the properties. Remember the name. Where is the name here? The name. It's button 3, and it doesn't. It is not very easy to understand when you are coding what button 3 do. So I will change its name. So I clear the name and I will say btn underscore and clear ciphered text. So with this name I know that in the code that the element with this name is this button, is the button that will clear this text box. Let's do the same to the second one. I go here to the name and clear and write btn for button underscore sorry, and clear ciphered text, right, like this. So let's save. I said before this that changing this will do some magic. If you go here to this file designer, and if we yeah, it's here, it's already here. It changed the names of these elements, you see. And if I go here to this file form1, I can now say btn underscore, and you see clear ciphered text and clear unciphered text. Okay, btn. So again, or next, giving the giving an action to this. Okay. First I need to give a name for this text box and a name for the second one. So I do the same. I go to the properties and it doesn't have text, and here in the name, design name, text box 1, it's not clear for me, so I give the name txtb underscore text box unciphered text, and the second one will be called txtb ciphered text, and save. If you go here to the designer, and if we find that, yeah, is there, it was changed, the name again. And if you go here to the form cs, form1.cs, and you write txtb, you have now txtb ciphered text and txtb underscore unciphered text. Okay, so now we can actually give actions to these buttons. So select the button and right click properties. In the properties window you have this, that's this lightning that says events. Click, and here you have a bunch of another properties like that represents actions. So and I want this one, the click. So this click represents when the user clicks on the button. If I double click, it do some magic here. It creates a method inside the forms1.cs, you see, save, but also it will create by magic, it will change the form1.designer.cs, and let's find the button. The button is here. No, the button is here, and as you can see, the first button have another line that says button underscore btn underscore clear unciphered text dot click plus equals to a new system event handler and the name of the function that exists here. Okay, so sorry, so when the user clicks on the button, it will call this method. Okay, I said before function, I think, but in C# we don't have functions, we have methods. Okay, so let's do the code to clear this box, this text box. Let's show before we made any change. I'm writing some text here and I click here and nothing happens. Okay, so going here to the form1.cs, you can access the file from the Solution Explorer. Here forms.cs, right click and view code, or you can go directly from here. Okay, so to clear the text box, when someone clicks the button, I say that txtb underscore unciphered text dot text is equals to string dot empty. So set the text of text box unciphered text to string empty, to nothing. Okay, so let's run it again and see the changes. So I'm writing some text here and I click here and the text is gone. Okay, let's do the same to the second button. So just see this, the button clear cipher text don't have this click. Okay, go again here, right click, properties, and in the lightning where it says events, you double click on the click action, double click, and this method is created. Okay, if you go here to the forms designer CS, this file, now you can see that Visual Studio added this line saying that when this button is clicked, it must execute these methods. The method btn underscore clear cipher text underscore click. Okay, this file. So here I will do exactly the same thing, but to the other text box. So txtb underscore cipher text dot text and clear string dot empty. I think that the text box underscore has a proper method to clear all text. You can do this, like it's a second way to do the same thing. So let's see if it works. In the second one, clear, and it clears the text box. Okay, so now you have two ways to do the same thing. You go to the text box dot text and say that the text is equals to an empty string, or you can go to the text box and say clear, call the method clear. Okay, for these guys we are done. Now the cipher and the decipher buttons. I will close these cipher and decipher buttons. Okay. So giving actions to these guys too. First, I need to here in the properties, not in the events. In the properties, I want to give it names so I can call the buttons easily. So here in the design name, I will call this button btn underscore cipher, and the second one I will call it btn underscore decipher. Okay, now save it. Now I want to give actions to each one, so I go here to the light where it says events and click, and when this button is clicked, I want to double click and it will create a method for this button. It automatically gives it a name to this method, but you can also give your name, so, give you a custom name. So let's, for example, Cipher, or if I write here decipher the text and I hit enter, it will create the method, and it will be called decipher the text. Also, in the designer, if you go here, where is it? Button cipher, button decipher. Button decipher on click executes the method called decipher the text. Okay. Just to let's do this in the Visual Studio way. Okay. Sorry. We clear this, and I broke. So as you can see, you shouldn't change the code that was generated by Visual Studio, because you can get this stuff and it's not cool. So Control-Z, Z, and save, and now I have this again. I will clear this and click here. I think that Visual Studio doesn't remove it. Let's see here in the code. Button, yeah, button decipher doesn't have any methods associated for the click action. Now it's safe to remove these methods. I clear and go here, properties, events, click, double click. So I will keep this default name. Okay. So what decipher and decipher buttons will do. Before going to that, I'm going to do a thing to be more easy to change the cipher in the future. So I go here to the project and I click, right click, and I say add new item, and codes, and I say interface, and I give the interface a name. I will call it iCipher decipher.cs, and click on add. So this what I just did creates this file here. This is an interface. The objects that will have this interface must have the method that returns a string and is called cipher, and receives a params object array that is the arguments of these methods. Let's put this bigger. And also objects that implement this interface must have a method that returns a string and is called decipher, and also receives parameters or arguments that are variable. Okay, so I created this interface, and for what back again here to the forms. Now I can say, I can declare here a private 𝗳𝗁𝗃 decipher MyCipher, for example. So I created a variable that represents the cipher and decipher mechanisms. Okay. Here now I can actually do what I want to do, that is cipher and decipher. So first, to cipher the text, I must get the text first. So text to be ciphered is equals to txt box is unciphered text and text. So I'm getting the text from the unciphered text box. Now I'm declaring the second variable, that is the deciphered text. So text ciphered, that is equals to MyCipher, that is this object that knows how to cipher things. That so cipher text is equals to MyCipher dot cipher, and I will pass to it the text to be ciphered. Copy and paste, and okay. Second, so I grabbed the text from the unciphered text, this text box, and I ciphered it using this variable that knows how to cipher things, and this cipher text, if we go here, returns a string, so that is the cipher text. So I assign that string to this text ciphered variable, and now I can insert this text into the cipher text box, the second text box, this second. Okay, so to do that I say txt box cipher text dot text is equals to text ciphered. Okay, this. And to uncipher is actually the reverse action. I will say string text to be unciphered, I don't know, txt box underscore cipher text again string text unciphered is equals to MyCipher, and again this MyCipher is a variable of the type 𝗳𝗙 decipher, that is someone that knows how to cipher things and also know to decipher that stuff too. So if it knows how to cipher and knows how to decipher, I can call it here like this, and I will pass this text here to this like this. Now we have the unciphered text. We want to put from here to here, so txt b underscore, and I will choose unciphered text and dot text, and is equals to text unciphered. Okay, so I'm not saying everything. Apparently this is done, this is not done, because I didn't said how to cipher or decipher things. I just said that this MyCipher is a variable that will know how to cipher and decipher things. I don't said how it will cipher and decipher things. You are getting the difference. So if I run this, it will actually call these guys. Let's put here some breakpoints for you to see, but the program will break. I'm writing here and I click on the cipher, and this method is actually called. Okay, so it will get the text from the text box and will get it, and this text variable as the text from the text box, and will call the method cipher of this variable. But remember, I didn't initialize this variable, so this variable is null. It doesn't have anything. We just know that this is a variable that will know how to cipher and decipher things, but we doesn't build one. Okay, so if I advance, this will break. Okay, null reference exception. Stop, continue, and it will not pass from here. So we are ready to the next step, that is creating a cipher object. Okay, step 4, Kaiser cipher. So I I choose the Kaiser Cipher because it's very popular and is very easy to implement. But first let's see what we have here. We have this interface. We can click here in these buttons to clear, let's see, clear the text box, and these buttons already have actions, but it will break the program because we have a null reference exception. Why? Again, because MyCipher is a variable that of type 𝗳𝗁 decipher that is an interface with the declaration of these two methods, cipher and decipher. But the declaration, no, the sorry, the signature of these methods. So we know that an instance of this type of an object that is also 𝗳𝗁 decipher type, let's say, knows how to cipher and decipher things, but we doesn't have any object to do that yet. So now I will create a Kaiser cipher here. So going here, sorry for that if you heard, here to the project, right click and add, and a new item, add new item, and go here to the code and class, and I will call it 𝗂𝗁_Cipher.cs and click on add. Now I have a class. This action also also created this file 𝗂𝗁_Cipher.cs here. I will say now that this class implements the 𝗳𝗁 decipher interface. Now we have a light here and this red line, and if I click here it says implement interface. Let's click to see what it does. Click, and Visual Studio magically did this code for you. So this class now have a cipher method and a decipher method. Also, each one returns a string, and each one receives parameters, variable parameters that is called arguments. If you remember, the 𝗳𝗁 here, it has the same signature. Okay, so close this. Let's implement the cipher, the Kaiser cipher now. I do this private. I'm declaring another method, private string, and cipher, and this cipher will receive a string that is called text and an int that is the shift. Open, close, and string result is equals to string dot empty, and this will return the result. Okay, let's forget those methods for a moment. Okay, close this. I will declare a third method, fourth method that is called private string decipher, and this will receive a string text and an integer shift, and the idea is the same. So let's copy this and insert here. Let's do the cipher. Well, a string is not suitable for us. I will use a string builder result that is equals to a new string builder, like this. Because a string builder object is not a string, I must say that result dot to string. Okay, so this will give me the string inside this string builder. Next, I have an alphabet. I will declare here alphabet is equals to, let me just copy from other side here, paste. So this is let's close this for a moment. So this variable called alphabet have our alphabet, so we know how to cipher these characters, okay, or characters. I don't know how to pronounce that in English, sorry. Next, integer, the offset is equals to the alphabet dot length, and for each 𝗀𝘁 in text, this text, okay, for each letter inside the text, you do 𝗁 is equals to C. The old_char, next, int old_char index idx is equals to alphabet dot index of C of this character or character, I don't know the name, this char inside this string, our alphabet. Okay, so it will give me the index of the char. For example, if it is an A, it will give me 11 or 10, let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 9, 10. This is the 10th position on the string, inside the string. Okay, so this is the old 𝗗 index. Now we want to calculate a new one, so int new 𝗗 index is equals to doing some calculations here, old 𝗗 index plus shift, that is the shift we receive as argument here, and plus offset, okay, divided or modulus offset module, I don't know how to pronounce, sorry. Next, now we have the new 𝗗 index. What we need now to get a new 𝗗, so 𝗗 new 𝗗 is equals to alphabet at index new 𝗗 index. So for example, we have A and we are shifting 6 positions, so the new 𝗗 index will be 10, 1, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. And here we go to the 16 index, that is G. So if it was the old 𝗗 is an A, the new 𝗗 will be a G. Okay. Next, I translated the old 𝗗 into a new one. Now I need to add it to the result. So I will say here result.append new 𝗗, and that's it. This is the Cipher algorithm, and now we want to decipher the text. Actually the decipher is very simple. It's the reversed way, the reversed so you see, if I cipher with 6, with the shift is equals to 6, if I want to decipher that cipher text, I will cipher the text with -6. So this will return cipher text shift multiplied by 1 minus 1. Okay, so this method will call the first, but with the negative shift. Okay, and that's it. So we have the cipher and decipher algorithms done, but these methods are private. No one can access outside this class. Okay, so the linking element here is this method and this method. Okay. Because we know that the cipher and decipher will receive two arguments, we must check if arguments dot length is equals to 2. Why? Because these methods receive a string and a shift, two arguments. So if I pass more arguments, this will not work. Okay, let's say that it will return a string empty. Next, get the text and the shift from the arguments. So string text is equals to arguments at index 0 as string or as string, and an int shift is equals to arguments at index 1. I can't say as int, I will say int. I will cast this into an integer. Okay. Next, it will return cipher, text, and shift. So here I'm calling this method. Okay. To do the decipher, to link the decipher with this, I just copy just copy this and pass here. The code is almost the same, but instead of calling cipher, I will call decipher like this. Okay, so we implemented the Kaiser cipher, but if we run it, it will explode again. If I click here, it will explode. Why? Well, because we didn't assign the new object. Okay, so let's assign it here, or to be better, let's assign here MyCipher is equals to Kaiser cipher, is equals to new Kaiser cipher, like this. And okay, let's see what it will do. I think it will explode again. Cipher explodes, doesn't explode. Why? Because the two arguments, I think length is 1. Oh, no. Okay, so as you can as you just saw, this works, but decipher no. Why? Because when I call this, I'm calling this now, the object is not null, it is actually an object, is a Kaiser cipher, but when I call decipher, I'm just passing one variable, one argument. Sorry. I must say that it receives 6 also, and the decipher the same. It receives the shift 6, for example. Now it must works. Let's see. AAA, BBB, C, hello world, and now we have this cipher text. Let's clear here the text box. Let's decipher, and now we have AAA, BBB, CCC, hello world. Okay. So I created a Kaiser cipher, but let's say that you don't want to use Kaiser cipher. Okay, you want to use another algorithm, or you want something that you built by yourself. Let's see how to do that in the next step. So in step 5, MyCipher. So we have this application where I can insert texts and cipher it, and I can clear and decipher it again, and clear here and cipher again, and okay, but we are using Kaiser cipher, and now we want to use our own cipher. You go here to the Solution Explorer and pin it again. Inside here, inside the project, right click and add new item, and the item is class, and I will call it MyCipher. Okay, .cs. I add here, and Visual Studio creates another file, this file here, that is a class MyCipher. I will do the same thing that I did in Kaiser cipher. I will implement 𝗳𝚻 decipher interface. So right here, clicking in the lighting bulb, I think, and implement interface, double click or just click. I will have to let's first define our alphabet first. Okay, so the alphabet will be what? To be more easy for you to understand, I will create here a class, an inner class called code, and this class has a public string that is cipher, okay, and a public string decipher. I don't like these names because okay, let's say that so this is a code, so coded and decoded. Maybe it's more easy to understand what this is. I will also create here a constructor. I write 𝗀𝗁 and tab, and Visual Studio creates for me this method. I will say that this constructor will receive a code and string decode, for example, and the coded is equals to codes, and the decoded is equals to decodes. The names are not the best ones, but okay, let's keep with it. Next, I will say here at the top of the MyCipher class that we have a private list of codes. So we have codes that is our alphabet. Okay, and again we have a constructor for the class MyCipher, 𝗀𝗁, tab, and we say inside this that the alphabet is equals to new list of code. So the alphabet is a collection of code objects. I have here a bunch of things. Let's say alphabet adds a new code that code A. For the code A we want to decode 1, 2, 3, 4, for example. Okay, and I did it before, so I will copy, because I'm lazy, it from other side and pass. So I have this micro alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. You can add another stuff. This is a demo, right? So next, like the cipher, the Kaiser cipher, we will have a cipher, a private string cipher that receives a string text and returns a string, and to cipher, let's forget these methods for a moment and let's do the cipher first. So string builder result is equals to new string builder, and we just return the result as a string to string. Okay, and for each 𝗁ci in text, we get a code. Code is equals to alphabet dot where the code x So we have code. The C is our sorry, I will call it decode, okay, and this code. Why? Because code refers to these elements and the code will be these guys, okay. With this is more easy to understand. So the decode for this code is where this coded, okay, equals to decode to string. I knew that the name was not very good. I must change these names. I select this name, right click, rename. Now I can drop this and call it code and hit enter, and the name is change everywhere, like this. Here was coded, now is code. I will do the same to the like this. Member's name cannot be the same as the enclosing type. Is too bad. I will rename these again to my code, okay, and the decode will be renamed as my decode. So now we don't have any problem with the names. So again, here the code is so my code is equals to the decode to string. Why to string? Because this is sorry, is equals to code to string. Why? Because we are trying to compare a string with a char, so we must convert the char into a string so we can compare. Also I can do this like this. It's better. So we are saying give me single or default. Give me give me the code object from the alphabet where the object as my code equals to the code here. Yeah, the names again. I will select actually select I'm sorry, the names are very confusing. So I will call the decode as element. Okay, element, so we can understand what it is. If element is different than null, we can do result append and element dot my decode. Okay, something like this. Again, for each letter inside the text, we are getting the letter, the code with that letter here, and we are assigning these texts, so we are appending that text to the result. Okay, that's just this. I know that the names aren't the most the better ones, but I'm sorry for that. Decipher. So we have a cipher now, and we want the decipher. So to do the decipher, here, private string decipher. It will receive a string text too, and it will have a string builder result that's equals to string builder, return the result as a toString like this. And we now have a problem. So in the Kaiser cipher, each letter have another letter, but in this case we have a letter that drives to four chars. Okay, so we must do something about how to do that. We must split the text, the cipher text, into something, into letters. Let's say this is a letter. Okay, it's not one, it's four, but it's a letter. So we want to split into chunks the text, because the text is numbers. Okay, so let's say string array, I call it chars, is equals to split into chunks. Split into chunks. What? The text, and 4 chunks of size 4. This is a method that doesn't exist yet, so I will create it, or I can generate, and I generated the method. So this value is chunk size. Let's do this. So chunk size, we have a list of string that is the result, new list of string like this, and we'll return the result to array, because I am very lazy and I don't want to do some math to calculate the size of the array. Okay, so string chunk is equals to string empty, and for each 𝗗𝐶 inside the text, chunk plus equals to C. So append each character to this variable called chunk. Okay. Next, if the chunk variable length is equals to the size of the chunk, in this case 4, we say that result add chunk. So we appended each 𝗗, 4 𝗗s, and now we insert it into the list, the string list. Okay. Next, for the next cycle, we must clear the chunk variable. So here chunk is equals to string.empty, and remove this extra line, and that's it. Okay, so we have a way to split the text into chunks of 4 digits. Okay, so let's forget this and forget this again, and now we can work with it. We know this is an array of 4 of strings with length 4. Okay. For each in this case string C in 𝗗s, because it's not a 𝗗, a single 𝗗, it's a string. We will do something like this. We will do code element is equals to alphabet, and where the element that is, so if in the cipher we are searching for my code, here we are searching for my decode is equals to C. I think I'm not okay. So we are searching for an element inside the alphabet where the my decode is equals to the C. Okay, and get me single or default. If I called just a single method, and if this condition was not found, it will explode. Okay, and with this method, if this was not found, it will return a null value. Okay, so again, if the element is not null, it's why, because we are checking if it's not null. It's why we are doing this. Result append element my codes Okay, so if in the cipher method we appended the my decode, in the decipher we are appending my code. Okay, it's the reverse operation. So cipher and decipher methods are done. We now can forget it. We now can do the code for these ones. We are almost there. So as like Kaiser cipher, we must check if arguments dot length is bigger than 0 in this case. Next I will get the text string. Text is equals to arguments at index 0 as string, like this, and return the cipher of this text. Return string.empty in the case that this condition is not true. Okay, to decipher is the same. We copy from here, we pass here, but instead of calling these methods we are calling the decipher. So let's decipher here like this. So I done this algorithm, okay, but I didn't link it to the program. So if I run the application and I do A, B, C, D, E, F and cipher, we have the Kaiser cipher working. We must change this. I go here to the form one, and instead of creating a new Kaiser cipher, we will create a new MyCipher object. Okay, so if I run it again and I say that ABC, why ABC in uppercase? Because my alphabet does have it, and because my alphabet doesn't have ABC in lowercase, and these letters actually will be ignored. Okay, if I say ABC in lowercase and DEF, let's cipher. We have numbers here. Let's clear the unciphered text and let's decipher, and now we have ABC uppercase, ABC lowercase just disappeared because they doesn't exist in the alphabet, and DEF. What I was saying is that here I don't have ABC and lowercase. Okay, so the algorithm just dropped it. So this is it. Thanks for watching, and hope this helps someone doing something cool. Thanks.